The Life and Legacy of Ludwig von Mises. Ludwig von Mises, 1881 to 1973, was one of the most influential economists and social philosophers of the 20th century. As a leading figure in the Austrian School of Economics, Mises made foundational contributions to economic theory, political philosophy, and the defense of classical liberalism. His work emphasized the importance of individual action, the role of markets, and the dangers of government intervention. Early life and education. Ludwig von Mises was born on September 29, 1881 in Lemberg, Austria-Hungary, now Lviv, Ukraine, into a prosperous Jewish family. He pursued higher education at the University of Vienna, where he studied under Karl Menger, the founder of the Austrian school. Mises earned his doctorate in law and economics in 1906 and quickly established himself as a sharp mind in economic thought. Intellectual contributions. Mises's early work focused on monetary theory. His 1912 book, The Theory of Money and Credit, revolutionized the understanding of money by integrating it into general economic theory. In this work, he developed the regression theorem, explaining the origin of money's value, and laying the groundwork for modern Austrian monetary theory. Perhaps Mises's most significant theoretical contribution was the development of praxeology, the science of human action. In his magnum opus, Human Action, 1949, Mises argued that economics is a deductive science based on the axiom that humans act purposefully. This methodological individualism stood in contrast to the empiricist and mathematical trends dominating mainstream economics. Another critical area of Mises's thought was his critique of socialism. In his 1920 essay Economic Calculation in the Socialist Commonwealth, Mises famously argued that socialism is doomed to fail because it lacks a mechanism for rational economic calculation. Without private property and the means of production, there can be no market prices and therefore no way to allocate resources efficiently. This argument was expanded in Socialism, 1922, and became one of the most powerful criticisms of central planning. Career and exile. Despite his intellectual achievements, Mises faced increasing opposition in Austria due to his classical liberal views and Jewish background. After serving as a soldier during World War I and working as an economic advisor, Mises taught and wrote extensively throughout the 1920s and 1930s. However, with the rise of Nazism and the annexation of Austria in 1938, Mises fled Europe. He eventually settled in the United States in 1940. In America, Mises struggled to gain an academic position due to his uncompromising views and methodological differences with mainstream economists. Nonetheless, he found a platform at New York University, where he taught until his retirement in 1969. His influence grew through his writings and through mentoring students, most notably economist Murray Rothbard. Legacy. Mises's legacy is profound and enduring. His work inspired a generation of libertarian thinkers and played a central role in the post-war revival of classical liberalism. His ideas form the backbone of modern Austrian economics and continue to influence debates on monetary policy, market regulation, and government intervention. Institutions such as the Ludwig von Mises Institute, founded in 1982, continue to promote his work and the Austrian school. In a time when central planning and collectivist ideologies threatened to dominate economic thought, Mises stood as a staunch defender of individual liberty, free markets, and rational economic science. In sum, Ludwig von Mises was not just an economist, he was a champion of human freedom. His rigorous defense of liberty and sound economic principles makes him a towering figure in the intellectual history of the modern world.